our channel Paramedical Stream. Myself Vandana, MSc Microbiology. Today we will discuss about the remaining scientists in the introduction of a history of a microbiology. Next, in previous class we have discussed about the Anton van Leeuwenhoek and the Louis Pasteur. Now about Joseph Lister. Joseph Lister is a scientist who introduced the many antiseptic techniques. He introduced the antiseptic techniques. He is called as the father of the antiseptic surgery. He is called as the father of antiseptic surgery. Antiseptic surgery. His father used to make the microscopes in his childhood. He used to dissect the animals and he used to observe that small microorganisms or dissected parts of animals under the microscope. He said that the air is the main source by which the infection is spreading around the wound and it leading to the sepsis. He introduced the antiseptic techniques, and he used the carbolic acid as a sterilized. He used the carbolic acid. He used the carbolic acid to clean the wounds and to sterile the instruments which are used for the surgery. And next scientist is Robert Koch. Robert Koch is called as the father of bacteriology. He is called as the father of bacteriology as he introduced the many bacterial techniques. He introduced the isolation of an organism in a pure culture. And he is the father of bacteriology. He introduced the technique of isolation of organism in a solid media. What is a solid media, liquid media? We will see in future classes. So he is the first person who used the solid media. He used the solid media for the isolation of the bacteria. And he created the postulates. He created 5 postulates, and in these postulates, 5 postulates, which is known as the Koch postulates. He said that the organism is taken under the causative agent when it creates an infection in an individual. Until it does not create the infection, it is not termed as a causative agent. So the Robert Koch said that the organism is a causative agent when it creates an infection in a person. And he created 5 postulates. First one, he said that organism should be infected, should be present only in the individual who is infected with that disease, not in the healthy individual. So he said that organism should present only in a diseased one, not in a healthy person. So what he said that organism should present only in a diseased people, diseased person. Next postulate, he said that if someone is suffering from one disease, and that disease, that the organism has caused the lesion in the diseased person. So when we take the sample from a lesion of an infected person, it has to grow in the culture media. It has to isolate it in a culture media. So he said that the organism taken from the lesion should be possible to isolate in a pure culture. He said that organism has to grow in a culture when taken from a lesion. Here we have taken a sample. So sample, and we injected in an example. We injected in a mice. This is a sample we injected in a mice. This is a sample. So this sample is taken from the infected person. Now from the infected person, this we have introduced into the animal. Now from animal we have taken a tissue or any sample. Now we have this is infected with the Salmonella typhi. Example I am telling. Now from the mice we have taken a sample. Again we have cultured in a pure culture. We have cultured in a lab. Then it should grow the Salmonella typhi. So he said that this is the third condition. What is the fourth condition? If a infected person disease and if this is a sample in an infected person showing the Salmonella typhi. Now this is a sample of a Salmonella typhi. Now when we see even in the mice also has to show the Salmonella typhi. Here we are talking about the isolation. Here we are talking about the disease condition. Now what is the fifth one? Due to the infection, our body definitely when we have an infection, our body releases a specific antibodies. So what is the fifth condition is there should be a antibodies against that infection in our body. So there should be a presence of antibodies in our body against the infection. So these are the 5 Koch postulates, but it is not compulsory that every time the postulates has to fulfill. For in some conditions like a leprobacilli, these postulates are not fulfilled. So example is a leprobacillus. In leprobacillus, we cannot fulfill the postulates conditions. These are the 5 postulates of Robert Koch. And even Robert Koch has given the Koch phenomenon. He said the Koch phenomenon. Koch introduced the Koch phenomenon. In this, he has taken a mice which is infected with the tubercle bacilli, and again he introduced the protein of a tubercle bacilli. Due to the heavy protein of tubercle bacilli, the mice shown the hypersensitivity reaction. So the mice shown the hypersensitivity reaction. This hypersensitivity reaction is called as the Koch phenomenon. This is about the Robert Koch. Last scientist we have to discuss is the Paul Ehrlich. Paul Ehrlich is known as the father of chemotherapy. He is called as the father of chemotherapy. He stained the cells and the tissues. He stained the cells and tissues, and he observed the function of the cells and tissues. He given the toxins and the antitoxins. He given toxins and antitoxins, and he reported the acid-fast nature of the tubercle bacilli. He said the tubercle acid nature of a tubercle bacilli. He reported the acid fast nature. Acid fast nature by a tubercle bacilli. This is the short topic of the polar leaf. This is the history of microbiology and classes of different scientists. We have not only them, we have many scientists, but these scientists are the important. So this is about the class. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel Paramedical Stream, and click the bell icon for upcoming notifications, and let me know in the comment section if you have any thoughts, and thank you.